So this week's class was focused on the idea of technology transfer in society, which is basically just the process of how knowledge and technology naturally or inventions flow from one organization or setting into another setting, um, which where it can be used practically or for some sort of incentive in another setting. So it doesn't really have to be entirely new or uh, like cutting edge technology in every case. Like the Jeep is an example that we talked about in class, how it went from a military vehicle, which was its main intended purpose, to something that over the years can be adapted into something that could be used for farming, that can be used by civilians, and that the Jeep just proved to be a very versatile vehicle. And so they were like, we can still use it. If we can use it for this thing, then it would be useful in this other area if we just tweak and arrange the way that we use it. And like I said, it doesn't always have to be super duper cutting edge, as long as it's useful to the society that's helping. Like in Africa, how we used stuff like the solar cookers, since they don't always have access to stoves or places to um heat their food, but they can utilize the abundant resource of sunlight that they have there. How they can utilize water purification, how they have an overabundance of tires and they can use that to like make bricks and really expand the infrastructure that they have there. It just really depends on the setting that they have, and really the incentive that they can um, use it for. And there's two ways that this sort of transfer occurs. There's formal channels like the foreign direct investment. That's where a company will fund to have factories or resources outsourced from a different country while they still maintain ownership. Turnkey plants are power or manufacturing plants, or yeah, mostly just manufacturing plants of where um, they basically give them the keys, they make the factory, and they allow them to use the technology outsourced from a different company or a different country. There's licensing where they can make contracts and procedures to where two different companies can utilize technology from another company with some restrictions to the way that the so that the original company still has an incentive to where they're not completely giving up their technology. There's entrepreneurial science where they take science and innovations and use the knowledge of business incentive to apply it to the technology around them. There's employee mobility. Oh yeah, this is the informal channels now. There's employee mobility where obviously workers are going to be able to learn on the job. They're going to be able to get experience on the job, and they're going to be able to apply that knowledge to wherever they go or other workers that they interact with. There's reverse engineering where scientists can take some sort of machinery or invention from another place, and they can like dismantle it and just work backwards onto how to manufacture it or imitate that sort of thing. There's scientific publications where a lot of or I think it's all of them. Most scientists are incentivized to publicize the information that they have through research papers. There's technical seminars where people can go to another country and advertise their product by just talking about like the versatility that it has and just showing it off to another market that wouldn't originally be like exposed to that. And training and education is informal, to where like universities and schools can show and teach people to become workers, and they can apply that knowledge to whatever way that they have to use or create technology in the future. And the book talked about like how there's like a few powerhouses usually in the world that maintain power of the like who has the edge in technology, and how some countries will be inherently more advanced, or not inherently, like just will be more advanced due to the situation they're in and the resources provided to them. And they classified these as like techno leaders and techno followers, to where yes, there can be like the US is a powerhouse that is very technologically advanced, but like places in like Asia or Europe can have better technology in some areas. And just really how that really plays into relations, like that really plays a role into like the importing and exporting of a country, that they have like really a balance comes in of what they are exporting and what they're importing, and how like that can affect their inherent power in the market and stuff like that, and will overall like just affect the economy and just the standing that they have within other countries and the world. And yeah, I think that is pretty much the gist of everything that we spoke about.